Okay, so this is week 5, and I'm recording this early just in case anybody wants to go ahead and start. There's some things that I definitely want you to know. So, as I mentioned in an email, because we are doing our FICBA Fall Bash this week, you will only have 3 days worth of lessons. So, you've got a shortened week. So, Thursday and Friday, if you see in here, they are days built in to catch up on any missing work you have. Obviously, if you don't have any missing work, you don't have any catching up to do, and you get an early fall break. So, in reading, especially, lesson 1 is all about literature genres, and there is a ton of reading. So, what I have done, there are 4 different reading passages in there. I have recorded myself reading those because they're just super long. So I definitely didn't want you in front of a screen reading for over an hour. So I think there's like a 10-minute video of me reading to 5 minutes, maybe like a 7-minute. I don't know. There are videos of me reading. They are in PLP, and there's the lesson, and then under it, I've broken them down. So they are 4 separate videos, one for each story, because in your PLP lesson, it'll be like a story and then some questions, and then a story and then some questions. So, and I give you some suggestions in that first video. But what I would do, the first video is The Emperor's New Clothes. That will be the first passage that you get to. So I would open up a tab in PLP with your questions, and then I would open the YouTube video in a separate tabs and then go back to PLP so you can listen to me read it on YouTube, and you can follow along on your screen. So Monday, you have that, and none of the questions are super difficult. It's all about fables, folk tales, legends, tall tales, and myths. You also have a Venn diagram activity. For that one, you'll just draw it out on a piece of paper. You can upload a picture in PLP. If that is not working, you can text it to me, email it to me, or send it to me on Remind. On Tuesday, you have a lesson on theme. There are 2 videos that I've recorded for that. So one of them is an introduction to theme lesson, me teaching a lesson. The other one, there are 2 passages in lesson 3, and one of them is super long, and it walks you through theme. So I have read that, and I have talked through the questions with you. So I would do the video of me for that long passage, just because I do talk you through some of those questions and how you can find theme. The other one is short, so I didn't read that for you. And then Wednesday you have quiz 1. That way you're not you've got that all wrapped up before you go to fall break. Notice we are not doing lesson 2, so you're not going to see lesson 2 in your PLP. It's not even going to be there. It's supposed to be that way. In math this week, we are adding whole numbers and decimals. So each day in math, you have a lesson, and you have one of those times, multiplication, or divisions. You don't actually have to tell me your time. Just go through, do the problems, however long it takes. Just do them until you get them finished and turn it in. There is a video lesson in front of lesson 1 of me showing some examples and some tips for adding whole numbers and decimals. In science, we are working with sound, so you'll have sound, sound waves, and how sound travels. You will also have a quiz. So those will be the 4 things that will be done this week in science, which I know that lesson 1, it's a super quick lesson. A lot of people have already done it. They've gotten through it super fast. So since you have 4 activities in science, we're only doing 2 lessons in social studies. We're starting a new unit, so you've got important documents and new ideas, and then the French and Indian War. So 3 days worth of assignments, 2 makeup days. If you are still behind, you will also have, because we don't have school October 12th through 16th, that's fall break. So you will have that entire week to get caught up. Any work that is not submitted by the Monday we get back, by Monday, October 19th, we're moving past it. I'm going in, I'm moving you on, because if you're that far behind, it's going to be really hard for you to catch up. So everything needs to be caught up by the end of fall break. If you're caught up, that's great. If not, you've got Thursday and Friday of this week and all week next week to get caught up on your work.